Welcome to our live training session number 31, part 4. In this video, we're going to be doing our high cam fuel and ignition timing tuning for our 0-degree cam angle at both part throttle and wide open throttle conditions. We're going to have a lot to cover, so let's jump into the live training session so we can get started. Welcome back to our live training session here with our Kraftwerks Supercharged 8th Gen Civic Si. In the last video, we took a look at mapping out our low cam of operation. So we dialed in the fuel and spark timing associated with different cam angle pairings. We also set our cam blend table to give us the broadest torque curve possible. At this point, we're ready to move into our high cam operation and tune our Vtec tables. There's going to be a whole bunch of tables to go through and a lot of things to cover in this video. What we're going to do first is turn our Vtec back on. We disabled it in our first video when we were creating our base calibration so we could focus just on the low cam operation. We're also going to have to go into our high cam tables and redefine the breakpoints that are going to be correct for this engine. Now we're only going to be revving this to about 8,200. We want to set our breakpoints accordingly so that we have the most amount of resolution it's in our fuel table so that we get the most accurate delivery of fuel and spark timing when we're doing our tuning and when we're running our engine hard. So first things first, I'm going to jump into calibration here and we'll move into our Vtec section. Jump in here to Vtec. We're going to go into the lower and the upper. And what we're going to do is set this really, really low. I'll go and set my lower here at something like 3,000 RPM. We'll also set the upper here at 3,000. Now the reason why we're going and lowering the thresholds way down is so that we can get onto the high cam and focus on doing just the high cam tuning. We want to essentially get away from the low cam operation. So this is going to give us a way that we can definitely transition onto the high cam and not go back onto the low cam. Now a couple other things I'm going to do here is jump into the actual Vtec pressure window. I'm going to be lowering these thresholds way, way down. We'll come back in here and redefine all of the RPM and the pressure points that are going to make sense for this application once we tune the high cam tables. What I'm going to do is jump into the tables here and put a value here of something like, to Control J, set the selected values to 0.5. That's going to be making it transition over into the high cam at 3,000 RPM very easy. Now the reason why I'm doing this is so that I can focus on doing the wide open throttle tuning, but also the part throttle Vtec tuning. So let's actually close this right now. Let's go here and click off the lightning bolt and jump into our high cam. So this is going to be our number 2 icon here. On our 0, this is going to be our high cam table. We can see that we definitely have to linearize this and set this up. This is not ready to be tuned with. So we'll find that we do have this area, columns 1 through 7. This is going to be our part throttle area of operation. So when we transition over to the high cam, we still may transition back into this area, and if we don't tune this, it can create some major drivability problems as we're still operating on the high cam when we do that switch over and we haven't transitioned back into the low cam. Now we don't want to be on the high cam in vacuum here in the columns 1 through 7 normally, but we will find that we're going to be driving through this area. So it's going to be important that we check it and that everything's going to be dialed in. It's going to make sense that it's going to run properly here. So what we're going to do here first is go in and reconfigure these breakpoints. Now, I want to point out that we did go in and reconfigure our load breakpoints here in the table. We can see we went 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So we gave ourselves a nice bit of resolution in boost. Being right here, we gave ourselves the smaller stepping points in the table, so we had a little bit finer control. We're going to do the same thing when we go into our RPM breakpoints. Now, the fuel and ignition timing tables share the load breakpoints. So all of our variable cam tables here, the variable cam pairings for fuel and for spark, are going to be sharing that load index. Thanks for checking out our teaser clip. If you want to see the rest of this video and more than 500 hours of current EFI training we have to offer, make sure you click right here. If you want to go and check out more teaser clips from this training course, click here, and you don't want to miss any of the videos we're going to be releasing on this channel, so make sure you subscribe and click here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.